Would you say this is no facts, right? This is we're just based on what we believe, what we think, based on the things that we would have seen. Do you think that the majority of men, not only in our country but across the world, do you think what or I should say, what on average, what percentage of men would you say are stoic in nature? Uh, to be stoic means to have things happen to you and still have poise, whether it be good or bad. You're neither up nor down. You're just calm. I'm not saying that you're not experiencing joy or sorrow or anger or pain, but you are in control. What percentage of men you would say is stoic in nature?
I don't want to give a exact figure, but I would say an extremely small percentage. Extremely small.
Mm.
So I'll just give an arbitrary figure. So let's say if we have 100% of the world's population as male, obviously that's not the case, but I would say maybe about 5% being generous.
Mm. Well, I'm sure we could interpolate that back down to the actual male population, the global male population.
Well, yeah,
So
out of the 100
so yeah, it's say about
percent
it's
male.
say about 5%. I'd say it might even be less.
Like a 3, a 2.
Maybe even one. Now 1% might sound like a little bit, but 1% of 3 billion,
3 billion. Yeah.
that's a lot of people. But
Uh,
compared to the entire population is a bit
True.
small.
Yeah.
However, that needs to go up
Most definitely. Most definitely.
because again, we need leaders. We need leaders. We need more.
Not just leaders, bro. We need good leaders. Good leaders. Because we have leaders now and we see where things are.
Thanks for putting that in. Thanks for putting that in
No problem.
because that could not have been even truer. That could not have been any truer. We need good leaders. There are a lot of people in leadership positions that are not leaders, be it in our workplace, places of worship, or otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need men to become leaders again, good leaders again. Bring some control, some stability, some direction. People are moving haphazardly in life. Perfect example right here. We've been in a pandemic for 2 years, right? We're coming out of that pandemic. What's the first thing we've been seeing since we've been coming out of that pandemic
In Trinidad.
in Trinidad? And not only Trinidad, because I've been observing across the globe as well. But let's just use Trinidad for now.
All right. So for this example, I would say everybody, basically everything they didn't get to do over that time period that they were locked up, quote unquote. 4, they just decide, hey, just let loose.
Like caged animals.
Yes. Literally anything and everything I could think about. Yeah.
So now, essentially, you wanted to go back to normal. And that's exactly what we did. But our normal wasn't good. That's the problem. Our normal was not good. Our normal was not productive. Our normal was not innovative. We're still relying on leaders to give us direction when it's our responsibility to do what we need to do for our lives. It's happening in other countries too. Let's use the US for an example. When they were locked up, they were going crazy, right? I noticed, however, some decided to use that time to create things. But I saw a vast majority, as soon as things opened back up, what was the first thing they did? Party. I'm not saying don't party, but I'm going to use an example that was said by someone the Americans should know. If I remember correctly, T.I. would have mentioned, I don't see the sense in partying for no reason. I party if I would have accomplished something. So I party to celebrate a milestone. I don't party for no reason. And I think I hope I'm quoting Ti right. I do not want any lawsuit. I really hope I'm quoting you right. If I'm not quoting you right, I humbly apologize, Ti. But it made sense. Why do you just party? Just party. What did you accomplish over the past 5 years? Or we're talking about the pandemic, past 2 years that makes you deserve to party, makes you deserving of partying. What have you done? What have you accomplished?
Well, if I may seek to understand, now I may not speak for everybody, but I'm sure there are those that I can, this answer would probably apply to them. Because I can and because I feel to.
Well, if that's the case, I think it's important to know that for every action you take, there are consequences. So, if at any point in time you feel as though you should complain about the circumstances in which you live, it's important to understand that the time that you had, you used it to do one thing when you could have used it to do another thing.